this is all like exciting and positive and like rah, rah, rah. But what do we have to be like wary of? Like, you mentioned the privacy component, like on
Yeah.
device can actually support that in many ways. Like what else do we need to be just thinking about and really keeping top of mind as this positive momentum to move forward continues to accelerate?
One of the key things that we're very focused on at HP is safety and digital equity with folks.
Mm,
And when we think about the rate that technology is accelerating, doing so in a way that can be used safely, that doesn't get ahead of our skis
yeah.
in terms of ensuring that there's privacy, ensuring that we are transparent in what's being done with people's data, and being really careful and that a big part of what we do is not just AI PCs, but also we provide tools like our AI Studio and our workstations that help people create and tune their own AI. Um, and one of the things that we're very quick to do as we're developing these tools is to integrate tools that integrate safety checks and
Mm,
make sure that the responses that you get when you craft and do your own tool isn't you know providing an aid to do dangerous things or leading workers or young people down a road that they shouldn't go down, or putting people in
right.
danger. That kind of safety has always been a first principle with HP and always will be. I think the
Yeah.
other thing is I I, I think just aside from the safety and the nature, technology adoption is really hard. And we not only help our customers, but we help internal. And there's like a very simple human problem in that
Mm,
technology moves so fast,
mhm.
and nobody wants to look foolish about not knowing how to use it.
Yeah.
And so, even in HP, we roll out new tools, and then you say, "Well, the adoption's kind of slow
Yeah.
because people don't want to ask the question of how do I use this or how do I take advantage of it."
Yeah.
And I think with the adoption of anything new, showing people upfront, like, here's how you take advantage of it, and creating a safe space, right?
Yeah.
Like a buddy to get that done completely changes the adoption scheme of how things happen. I think one of the things that we love about Virtual Sapiens, we were talking earlier, and often when I talk about your solutions and we show it to people, it's a sense of amazement of, wow, I didn't know you
Yeah.
could do that. It's an amazing, I can't believe the richness of the feedback it's giving me. And then there's the nervousness
Yeah.
of, I don't know if I want to be under that scrutiny, but it's safe because
Yeah.
it's technology that's giving you the feedback. It enables you to get better in this safe space. I think
Yeah.
it's such a wonderful example that we love to give customers about how to help their team step into the new world.
Totally. Yeah. It's the safe sandbox, the kind of approachable,
Yeah.
non-judgmental element also is interesting. When we started Virtual Sapiens, it was a big question for us whether people would take the AI generated feedback seriously,
Mm.
right? Because as a human coach, part of me is like, no, it must be delivered by a human.
And how did
You know?
how did you deal with that? Like, how did you adapt your design to build that sense of authenticity with it?
Yes, I mean, honestly, we still tweak the way the feedback is delivered, right? But it took the
Mm.
better part of 2 years to get the
Mm.
feedback component to a point where we hit this really nice balance between personalized but
Mhm.
not prescriptive,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
The difference is that people want feedback that's personal and unique to them, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to get the same feedback that Alex is getting because we communicate differently, so we should get different feedback. Um, but I don't want the AI to tell me exactly what I should be doing. I want the AI to
Mm.
say, "Hey, Rachel, put up that supercharged mirror. These are the behaviors you exhibited during that. Are you aware that you were touching your face? Are you aware that you were waving your hands around so aggressively that it was like really distracting?" Right? We highlight these
Yeah.
behavioral blind spots to the user, and then we tell the user how that might impact their audience's perception of them, right? And that's all based on science. And then it's always up to the user to decide, oh, interesting. Okay. No, I didn't want to be distracting. I do want to be energized. I don't want to be distracting. I didn't want to come across as though I really didn't care with my face because I didn't express anything.
Mhm.
Right. And so then the user becomes involved in the behavior changes that they make. right? And then the AI tool comes back to reinforce the progress or reinforce the behavior change until the habit becomes rewired, right? But that was a really important part for us. And I think it helped the user trust the feedback the AI was providing them, right? Trust that there was accuracy there. And then also feel like the AI was there to like help support their learning journey without, again, telling them.
Hmm.
Like nobody wants AI to tell you how you should feel or how you should
Yeah,
behave, right?
that's
And
right.
and,
That's right.
and so as a right, because a coach's job, a human coach's job is also not to tell you what you should do and how
Hmm.
you should act, right? It's always to tell you that these are the things that you're noticing and picking up on. Are those aligned with your intention? How might you think differently about this given
Right.
that your goal is X, right? Those are the
Right.
types of questions a coach asks. So the AI has to do something similar.
And one of the things that I love about how you guys implemented it, I thought it was a brilliant choice. Is when you get done with your call and you get your call report,
Mhm.
it's not listed. Oh, you had 5 face touches. You
Right.
actually talk about the meaning of it. Like,
Exactly.
this is the first impression you made. This is the authority you exhibited in a call. And
Exactly.
I think that result oriented nature, like the getting to the conclusion, that's what really adds
Yeah.
the value to it.
Yeah. Totally. Like, why should someone care? Like, there's so much data and noise around us. The last thing we want to do is just like give you more noise, right? We have
Yeah.
to kind of give you, like, help you understand the ways you're impacting your audience. Maybe you're aware of them, maybe you're not, but then like showing you why it matters so much.
Yeah. Yeah. I we're getting off a little bit off the beaten path, but I'll tell you about a little experience that I had this week. I'm
Mm,
in an innovation development course, which we do nonstop,
yep.
here at HP.
Hmm.
I have kept a journal that I have worked with every day for the last 4 years.
Mm,
And I never go to this journal and put in an entry when I'm having a great day. It's always the place I go when I'm working a problem, I'm having a
totally.
frustration.
Yep.
For the first time, I loaded that journal into AI and had it do an analysis of me. And I thought it was like, man, I don't even know why like, since this is the place that I go for my frustrations. But the insight I got was incredible,
Wow.
absolutely incredible. And there's no denying it because it's me, right? It's like my voice.
Yeah.
But what was great about it was that it highlighted, first of all, it really highlighted my strengths, which I know were there, but it kind of like pointed out, like, you need to keep doing this, you're building
Hmm.
on it. Um, and for the things that I needed to work on, what was great is that it moved it to from a place of, you did that, and you're going to do it tomorrow, to, hey, this is an area where you are saying that you want to develop it, and here's a strategy to get after and attack it. And I
Hmm.
even then came back and asked it some questions to get out. And
Hmm.
I just raised that, which is that, to say that this data that you collect, all of that was done privately.
Yeah.
It's not something that I loaded into the cloud. This is
Yeah.
all stuff that I kept
Yeah.
personally. And the end result of that is, it's not just AI for task generation or doing these little discrete things. I just got this tremendous coaching guide that it took me like years to gather the
Yeah.
data.
Right. Yeah.
But in 5 minutes, I have probably one of the
Right.
best development plans that I've ever had,
Right.
just absolutely tailored for myself. And I would recommend everybody do that. It's so powerful. It's like, now I will journal twice as much, knowing the
Right.
benefit that I'm going to get out of it.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's so interesting. I never thought of that because journals are so tricky because they just pile up and
Yes,
then
that's
you
true,
never
right?
really know what to do with them.
You never go back and really like revisit it, or it's hard to synthesize it. But now you've got a tool that can like pull it together
Yes.
all the way through.